My brother made my life hell. So I turned the tables. Growing up, my eldest brother always acted like the house was his kingdom, and the rest of us were just background characters. He's 20 now. I'm a bit younger, still living at home, but here's the thing. He takes everything. And I don't mean the occasional hoodie or snack. I mean he once sold my PS5. Gone. Vanished. And when I confronted him, he laughed. Actually laughed. Like it was a joke and I was the punchline. Meals disappeared from the fridge. Clothes vanished from the dryer. Anytime I bought something new, it was basically just a countdown until it became his. Whenever my dad tried to step in, my brother would explode, shouting, cursing, punching walls like he was auditioning for Angry Teenager, the musical. And somehow, I became the problem. You should have locked your door. You should eat your food quicker. You should hide your stuff. It was like blaming someone for getting rained on instead of yelling at the guy holding the hose. Then came the moment that changed everything. I got home one night, tossed my bag down, and flopped onto my bed. Something squished. I froze. My heart pounded. I reached under the pillow. It was dog crap. Not an accident. Not a coincidence. There was more, stuffed into a pile of my plushies in the closet, like some kind of disgusting calling card. My stomach turned. My hands shook. I wasn't just angry, I was done. In that moment, I realized something. Avoiding him wasn't working. Being nice wasn't working. Even asking for help wasn't working. So, maybe it was time to stop playing defense. To understand how satisfying this revenge became, you need to know how carefully I had to plan it. Because my brother, he's the kind of person who retaliates hard. If he even suspected I was behind something, he'd destroy my stuff. And I've got a lot to lose. A car, an expensive comic collection, a $500 drawing tablet, a $200 collectible figure. Stuff I love. So this couldn't be loud or flashy. It had to be invisible. Silent. Like a ghost. Haunting his every move. I started small. The vanishing snacks. Every time he raided the pantry, I quietly replaced what he took with decoys. His favorite chips. I emptied the bag and sealed it back up with stale crumbs. Soda cans. Shaken gently and loosened just enough so the next time he cracked one open, it sprayed like a geyser. The result? He got all the calories, none of the satisfaction. Operation Wardrobe Confusion. He loved stealing my clothes, so I bought duplicates. One set stayed hidden in a locked bin under my bed. The others, I rubbed them with a bar of strongly scented soap and spritzed them with cheap perfume before hanging them in my closet. Within a week, he walked out wearing a hoodie that smelled like a florist's funeral parlor. People at work teased him. He never touched my hoodies again. Wi-Fi whiplash. I renamed the Wi-Fi to Get Your Own Internet and changed the password. But here's the twist. Every few hours, I would switch it back to the old password just long enough for his devices to reconnect, then switch it again. He thought the router was broken. He factory reset his phone twice. He even called the ISP. They found nothing wrong. But the piece de resistance, the move that finally broke him, was Operation Alarm Clock. I bought 3 super cheap digital alarm clocks. Each one was set to go off at random times in the middle of the night, and I hid them around his room. One behind the dresser. One inside the closet under a pile of old shoes. One in the ceiling vent, taped to a string so it dangled just out of sight. The first night, 2:43 a.m. Beep, beep, beep. He stumbled out, groggy and furious, turning everything upside down. Second night, 4:17 a.m. Beep, beep, beep. I heard him screaming into the void through the wall. By the third night, he was a wreck, bloodshot eyes, muttering to himself, snapping at everyone. Then, the explosion came. He stormed into the living room, hair wild, waving the alarm clock he finally found. "This house is cursed," he snarled. "I swear it's haunted." I bit my lip to keep from smiling. That weekend, he packed a bag and disappeared to crash at a friend's place until the bad vibes clear up. I had peace. Glorious, beautiful, silent peace. I slept like a baby for the first time in years. And the best part? He never suspected me. Because for once, I played smarter, not louder. Sometimes, the best revenge isn't loud or violent. It's slow, precise. Death by 1,000 tiny inconveniences, until the bully finally collapses under their own chaos. And honestly, it felt amazing to take back control without losing my soul in the process. If this story gave you chills, or at least made you laugh, hit that like button. Tell me in the comments, what's the pettiest revenge you've ever pulled off? And of course, subscribe for more stories where karma strikes back.